What's up everyone, it's Ryder here and welcome back to another Mario Kart 8 Deluxe discussion video here on the channel. Today we will be taking a look at what to expect for the next Wave DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Before we do get started, I do want to point out that this video will include past data mines from both Mario Kart Tour and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If you do not like spoilers or data mining, I suggest clicking off this video. If you don't mind, great then. Let's now begin the video. Starting up with the Fruit Cup, we've got a selection of tracks that I personally believe will make this cup one of the best cups in the Booster Course Pass. With this video having data mining elements placed in, the tracks I choose from will be mostly corresponding to data mine courses from Mario Kart Tour, including the Nitro course. Along with these tracks I choose strictly based on another data mine, we will also be using the prefix leak that has mostly been accurate from all the waves so far. The only exception being Wave 3, where GC and Waluigi Stadium was apparently supposed to be there, but got pushed off to a later wave by Wii Maple Treeway. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's begin with the first course of the Wave 4 DLC. Starting off, the Fruit Cup is the Elegant Tour Amsterdam Drift. This course came to Mario Kart Tour last spring, and is a very interesting city track. This track's atmosphere would make this an instant spring type of course, with it having a huge flower section with piranha plants, and also having a feel to it that makes it a spring type course. Plus, this course also was featured in the music leak from Wave 2 and was set to release in this wave. So, it makes sense to put this track as the first course in the Fruit Cup. Up next is the beloved and super windy Wii DK Summit. This track, to those who don't know, is a mountain type of track with lots of snow. You start with going into a canyon, then traveling down the mountain with tons of jumps, and traversing through heavy snow with a lot of trickable half pipes with Shy Guys also snowboarding blocking your path. This course fits perfectly as the second course of the Fruit Cup for two reasons. One, it was already recreated in Mario Kart Tour a few years back, and two, it was shown in an old banner leak as a course. So, with that info, I've selected Wii DK Summit as a second track for the Fruit Cup. For this third course, based on the prefix leak we have is a DS course. I had major trouble deciding on what course would fit here, as this is potentially the final DS track for the Booster Course Pass. Now, there was an option that I could put a DS Airship Fortress here, as we haven't seen much Bowser representation in Mario Kart Deluxe with his retro tracks. But part of me feels like that course might not be the most fitting for a Fruit Cup. Then I went to think of what DS courses were data mined for Mario Kart Tour and haven't been added to that game yet. The only DS course data mine at the moment is DS Mario Circuit, which is a very cool circuit track that hasn't ever been recreated before. However, we have a ton of Mario Circuit tracks and in general way too many circuit tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I thought to myself for a little while on what in the world am I going to put for the DS course in this cup, and I've come to the conclusion that DS Delfino Square would be an amazing addition for the Booster Course Pass, as it's one of the best DS tracks and it's a very beloved track from the Mario Kart community. This track also does give that vibe of spring a little, with also it being a pretty simple and straightforward course. If you have raced on the course, you may understand what I mean. And with DS courses such as Tick-Tock Clock and Waluigi Pinball being already in Deluxe, I strongly think that this track should be added, as it's a super popular course like the two I mentioned, and it's a very fitting for the Fruit Cup. For the final track, we have ourselves what appears to be a brand new Nitro, like Ninja Hideaway, Merry Mountain, and Sky High Sunday. We have a few Nitros data mines in Mario Kart Tour that we could choose from. I won't name all since we don't need to, except for one which really fits along with this cup. This of course being the Mob YI Nitro, which has a few objects within this course file. Objects within this data mine course are Arrow Mob YI, Arrow Sign Mob YI, Flower Ring Mob YI, Hey Ho Mob YI, Road Appear Mob YI, and Road Parts Mob YI. With this info, we now have a clearer mind on what the track could be. Based off of the YI part of the Mob YI, and the fact that a few objects reference this game, we could definitely see a Yoshi's Island related track for the final course of the Fruit Cup. This would fit fantastically as the first wave of the Booster Course Pass around the springtime last year. Why this is important to note is during Mario Kart Tour's springtime, we typically see a Yoshi-related tour every year for spring. This course could definitely be the course we receive for the 2023 Yoshi Tour and make it a side-by-side release with Wave 4. I'm very interested in what this course will be like, but based on the data mine objects, we could see some Shy Guy obstacles, as well as some flower rings from the Yoshi's Island game. That's it for the Fruit Cup, and honestly, I could see this very well being one of the best cups from the Booster Course Pass, and I am very hyped for it. Moving on to the Boomerang Cup, we've got two Tour City tracks, a GCN course and a GBA course. Based on the Wave 2 music leak, we do know what these two Tour City courses are. But for now, we will be talking about the first one as it's the first track to start off this cup. This first track for the Boomerang Cup will be Singapore Speedway. This course is one of the more standing out tracks from Mario Kart Tour City courses, and it brings in some major fun with the way it's designed. Not as much as a flat course as the other city courses, which is good since we need that more standing out feeling for some city tracks. This track has us gliding through many sections of the real-life Singapore, going around sharp corners, and to even a big section with boost panels. This is for sure a fun one, and the music for this course is fantastic. The second track we have is a GCN track. There are two different courses I could see being placed here. One is GCN Waluigi Stadium, which was supposed to originally be a track for Wave 3, or it could be also GCN Daisy Cruiser, which is a course that fits very well with the Wave 4 tracks. I personally feel like Daisy Cruiser will be the course selected here, as it's already made an appearance in Mario Kart Tour and it's also a pretty popular course. However, Nintendo could also place GCN Waluigi Stadium here, since it was supposed to originally be in Wave 3, but I feel like they could save it for something like Wave 6 at this point. For now, I'm going to place both of these tracks in this spot as I have no idea which one they would choose, but I do strongly feel it's one of these two. The third course of this cup is a GBA track, and this one was pretty simple for me to decide on. I put GBA Riverside Park as the third course of the Boomerang Cup. This track got a major new look in Mario Kart Tour towards the end of 2022, and it looks fantastic. Starting from a swampy looking path through the forest to going inside of a cave and through a waterfall which leads to a glider section, this track would be amazing for it to be in Wave 4. I definitely feel like Nintendo would add this course here rather than later. Now, for the final track, as I previously mentioned, is going to be another Tour City track. This course was also featured in the music leak, and that is Los Angeles Laps. This track is a very popular one for Mario Kart Tour, with a bopping soundtrack and a beautiful scenery through LA. Just like Singapore Speedway, this course is more creative than most other city tracks, having you glide through a literal baseball stadium, going through an oil-looking section, and even going on the relaxing beach, which just looks so beautiful racing through. This course is such a nice finish for this cup and a great way to end Wave 4 of the Booster Course Pass. That's my what to expect for Wave 4 discussion video. I could see this wave being on par with how good Wave 3 was, and I'm very hyped for it. I hope you all did find this video enjoyable, and if you did, please don't hesitate to subscribe for more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe content and Booster Course Pass content. Make sure to also leave a comment below on your predictions for what Wave 4 might be in your eyes. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, stay safe, bye-bye.